Technical issues. We're talking about using technology, and we both just kind of
You didn't get a countdown the last time.
no.
I got a countdown last time.
Okay, well, hey, we're getting there.
Oh, we're getting there. Is it streaming to socials now?
We're streaming to socials now, and here's the thing, everybody. We're trying a brand new platform called Riverside. I've used Riverside before when I was strictly podcasting, and it worked seamlessly. We left Restream. We're on Riverside, and we're going to use this for this, but we want to make sure we can link everybody's socials and not just mine.
So, I don't see you going live on Facebook here.
Really?
Yes. Yes. I don't see you there.
According to this, we are going live.
Okay. Is it going to your Quinton or your Quinton your Durhack or your?
It's me.
I got nothing on your page here at all.
Yeah, it's on there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, we are with captions and everything. So we're good. It's there because we're here and it's there. We're not seeing it the way.
Okay. Because I go onto Facebook, onto your Facebook account, and I don't see anything working on it.
Well, again, according to this, I just clicked on my Facebook profile, and we are live.
Really?
So, I don't know, man. This is.
Oh, if somebody's out there, maybe just
bear with us. We're trying to figure this out. But okay, we got some people watching on Twitch. Okay, so at least we know there's somebody out there. We're brand new platform, brand new hosting site. I need someone to say something in chat because I need to make this work. We need to make this work.
Yeah, please say something. I don't see anybody live. I don't get to see any of that.
You can't see the live stream chat?
Is there chat?
I've got it on my end. This is ridiculous.
I see nothing. I see no chat. I see everyone message all participants. I'm going to send a message.
You're sending it to me if you're sending it.
It should go to everyone, it says. The studio chat, but nothing is said yet. Except for me.
Says hello there. So you said that to me.
I did.
We're going to have to get this to work because here's the thing for anybody who's watching, and I know there's only a couple of you thus far, and you are on, where are you? They're on Twitch. So we have people watching.
Yeah, because you got nothing on Facebook. I'm on your Facebook page right now, and there's nothing there.
I'm looking at my Facebook page.
Are you
through mine?
Serious?
I can see
here.
According to this, my live is running.
I don't know what to say.
Unless you can't see it because you are part of this, which this makes zero sense.
But then it wouldn't show up on my face. Like, I should be able to go into your Facebook account right now. Okay. And I'm going to type in your name.
Right.
And there's nothing there. The last thing you'd had there was 2 hours ago.
Hey, Pebbles. So Pebbles is there. She just said, good evening, Jayon.
So somebody's there. That's good. What the hell?
We're using a new system here, and it's got some hiccups. I want to see what my LinkedIn looks like. Like it's
reset.
According to this, we're live. We're live on LinkedIn. We're live on all this stuff.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Okay, so
distracted.
We're really distracted because we're trying to get this thing rolling, and sadly, it's not working the way we thought it was going to work.
Yeah.
I hate to break up with Riverside to go back to Restream, but I need Riverside to podcast with. So does Jay.
So my wife says she sees nothing on her Facebook too.
That's insane.
Like, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, she's on it and she's got nothing there.
So who are we talking to right now?
I don't know.
I think we're talking to a couple people on Twitch, which
must be on Twitch. I mean, hi.
But I'm gonna go to my YouTube and
like I go over to
we're live on YouTube.
Your Facebook does not have anything there unless you linked it to like your Quinton Durhack real estate or something.
No. And it's working on YouTube. So somebody explain this. You know, Riverside support. I like, look at this. I just reset an entire podcast studio to do this, and this. There's 4 projects we're working on here, guys.
Yeah, they're not working. So there's something kind of weird here.
This is a little bothersome, but we'll get to the bottom of it.
I don't see any chat. I don't see any questions.
I see people on Twitch. I am not seeing our chat. The live stream chat. What the heck is this? Download. I don't want to download it. Oh my goodness.
There has to be an easy way to
Show
do
on
this
stream.
sort of thing.
There's a 10-second delay. Do you see this, Jay?
No, I don't see anything.
You don't see good evening, Quentin and Jay on?
Where?
It's not showing up on your screen?
I don't see anything. Nothing.
Oh my God. We're looking like rookies here, and we've done this multiple times.
We are rookies, though.
Oh my God. Okay. For whoever's watching, let's get into this.
Well, this will be fun because this is
you know
kind
what
of this is the point. You know, this is what it's all about, isn't it? Like AI is going to replace us, isn't it? Like
here's the thing. We treat this like a podcast. Treat this like nobody is watching, and we're having a conversation, right?
Yeah.
Which is probably the way this is going to go.
Which it's nobody really watches anyways. Let's get serious, right? It's like,
but for people that are watching, should this start working on any of the social medias, and we will get this figured out. We all have projects. Jay and I have decided we're going a different route, kind of.
Yes.
Jay's got a podcast. I've got
a
podcast.
Very fun. We're gonna have a fun time.
Jay and I are gonna have a podcast.
Yes.
So, Jay, what is your podcast called?
Well, that's what's fun here. So the podcast I was working on is actually called, are we actually going to announce it now, or are we going to hold off on that when there's actually an audience?
We can announce ours.
Maybe we could just do this as some teaser stuff here, right?
Okay, so you know that I Q&U was my podcast that I was running, and it was basically having conversations with people around town, people that are interesting, and just sharing their stories. That one is coming back after a brief hiatus. My other one I'm not going to talk about yet.
Yeah, keep it a secret. Yeah.
But Jay and I are starting a new podcast, which is basically going to be this, without obviously the technical issues.
Except it's going to work this time.
It's going to work, and it's going to be phenomenal. And it's called Take Your Licks, which is basically us ripping on everything.
Just whatever random stuff comes around.
Whatever we want. But the reality is we talk about the world, we talk about health, we talk about wellness, we talk about a lot of things, entrepreneurship, business, and the like. And that's going to be, because we've done the live and we enjoy the lives, but podcasts, you can listen to it whenever you like.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Holding people to an 8:00 Friday time frame, it's fine. However, and we love chatting with you when it works.
When it works, it's also difficult because people tend to have lives and they may stop in for a few minutes here or there, and then they'll be gone.
Right. And if you look at what lives forever, or what people do tend to listen to, like I listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
I listen to one live stream. Leisure, whenever you like, when you're driving, whatever you like. And I really enjoy them. If you look at the analytics or the numbers of what is being consumed more than anything else, it is podcasts. And this way you can take us where you go. Whatever you're doing. I don't care what you're doing. But you can listen to us.
You know, but that's really interesting because a lot of people for years, like 10 years ago, some people were saying, don't get into podcasts because it's completely oversaturated and there's way too many. And now we're finding there's even more people doing podcasts than ever before. And the big kind of theory is that the last presidential election down the States was won because of the podcast they were putting out, because it had such wide viewership that it outpaced national TV.
Well, the thing about a podcast is it humanizes the people that are on the mic because you're actually telling stories. You're talking about yourself, and it's non-scripted.
Yeah.
Big thing about a podcast is it's not scripted. Or interviews anyway,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Like
And
when
even
we're
if they
doing,
are, you get to a point where after like 40 minutes or half an hour, you break down the defenses. And, a person can follow a script for so long, but eventually they have to break down and you start getting to the real root of the problem.
you're right, and people did get to actually, I don't say get in touch with, but it made the people that were running, just more human. You knew more
Yeah.
about them,
Well, you
and
mean
I
the one person who was on a podcast that was running?
hey, if you're willing to put yourself out there, there's a good chance people are going to connect with you.
But did you listen to the Trump podcast?
I don't think I did. I listened to JD Vance, and that was actually
Okay.
pretty entertaining. Yeah.
I listened to the Trump podcast right after the Elon Musk one.
Okay.
And they were both actually pretty good because you start getting candid answers. People start getting tired 2 hours in of being in the podcast.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but after that 2 hour pipe smoking marathon, my mouth hurt to brush my teeth with the toothpaste stung.
Well, and the funny thing is, I came in here the next day thinking it was going to smell like hot hell. It wasn't bad. It's very
yeah.
aromatic. It was not as bad as you would think it is. But I mean, this is driving me nuts that our Facebook, Twitch, I love you. I love you, Twitch, because that's where people are sitting there watching because nothing else is connecting.
Now, how is the quality of my video? Because yours is terrible.
Really?
Terrible.
Seriously?
Yes, terrible.
It will be great when it's out there. Can somebody in chat in Twitch land tell me how the video is looking because we can't see what's going on.
Yeah, give us a thumbs up or something.
Something. This is driving me absolutely up the wall that this is not doing what we want it to do.
We had really high hopes for this sort of thing.
You know what? It's like breaking up with someone if you leave like a streaming service and you say, yeah, I'm going to go over to these guys because they're awesome. And suddenly nothing is working.
Yeah, it's like, like you said, you break up with someone, you find out the other one was just kind of lies and was just using you to break up with the other one.
Yeah, this is bothersome. Okay, let's get past this. Again, treat it like a podcast. We're just going to talk about what we're going to talk about.
That works.
And then
yes.
The nice thing is we can turn this into something thanks to what was promised to us by this particular company.
And what was that? What it was an AI. It was AI that it offers, and AI is what's changing everything, right?
It is. I'm in day 2 of a 3-day AI summit right now.
With who?
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. Okay, that'd be good.
Tony Robbins.
That'll be interesting.
It is. And what's interesting is that it was free. Like you didn't have to pay for this thing.
Oh, really? This is a cool one. I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
Is it all day like his usual conferences, or what is it?
3 hours a day.
That's still a lot.
It is. And here's the thing: when you look at AI, and there's a lot of people that are afraid of AI. There's a lot of people that don't want to use AI. We talked about AI months ago in a live stream, and the reality is they have this thought in their head that AI is going to replace people, and it's not. AI is going to replace people that don't understand AI.
Yeah. So, okay, last year when I was in Austin, Texas, I was speaking with a guy who is an AI, like a big AI engineer, researcher. Yeah. And he said to me very specifically that AI will make everything easier, right? Especially as a consumer, that's what you'll notice. Yeah. But it's going to cause a lot of job losses at people who are doing entry-level data work or programming and such. Okay.
Sure.
And I said, okay, that's great, I guess, not for them, but when will this happen? And he said, next year. Okay, now we're already there where there are huge amounts of layoffs, right? Because of it. And it's all the white collar jobs. So it's those middle managers, it's those management work, it's the higher end data analysts and such.
Well, the thing is, if there's a better way to do it that's more efficient, shouldn't you, as an employer or a business owner, use that?
You know, have you used either any one of the AIs, whether it's Grok, ChatGPT, or
Yeah.
whatever, for anything that's relevant to your business?
Yes. Yes, I have. And
Okay,
I
what is
love it.
that? What like go into some details. What exactly did you get? What were you making or getting created or helped out for you?
Okay, so something as simple as a remarks or descriptions of a home in a real estate listing.
Okay,
Okay. So what I do is I put in what I believe that should be said about the house and or the property, and then AI can make it just sound better. Can
that's
make it just
fair.
sound better.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's not going to replace what I know because it does not know what I know,
Yeah.
but it can make what I know sound more engaging, sound better. It clears it up.
Yeah.
And there are different ways to do this with even understanding things. Like during this summit, this conference I was watching, um, let's just say you had something very technical that you had to read.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's a medical report from a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't understand it really because it's all medical gibberish.
Correct.
You can cut and paste that report into your AI and ask it, explain this to me like I'm a 14-year-old.
I'm going to even go one step further. This is what I
Sure.
did. I had to figure out some legal information. Okay. And legal information it's pretty in depth. There's a lot of it there. So what
Yeah.
I did was actually took my phone, took a picture of the screen of all the information.
Yeah.
Okay. Uploaded it to ChatGPT, had it transcribe it, and then interpret it and give me recommendations on it.
There you go.
And it worked. It gave a full rundown of the entire legal consideration and gave me an interpretation advice.
So, is it safe to say that AI can make the world easier, an easier place to be?
I would say it would. And I think the wonderful thing is you can start getting some pretty good information from it. One of the things that I've been using AI for the last little while is helping with financial planning for the future. Okay.
Yep.
Now, that's not saying I don't use a financial planner, and that's not saying I'm using it for financial advice. Okay. But what I can do is plunk information into it and extrapolate what things will look like in 5, 10, 15, 20 years.
Yep.
Determine course of actions, get educated on these pieces of information, and then go back to my financial planner and say, what do you think of these options? As
And
opposed to me going in completely clueless to a financial planner, wasting 3 hours of time.
well, and when you have that, it's you understand what you're talking about. You're not just asking another human.
Right.
And with AI, its goal is right now it has all of the information available to humans.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not have the intelligence of all the humans.
Correct. It's just a
And
long language model, and that's all it is. It just has a lot of data that it can crunch.
right. And when it does actually end up with the intelligence, it will surpass us.
Oh, well, there's talk about saying that point, the emergence point is very potentially in the near future.
Yeah. So what's the problem with that?
Well, I mean, have you ever seen Terminator 2? You have a little bit of concerns.
Yeah, but that's only when it's actually physically doing something. But when it comes to
Yes.
information, I mean, let's just say you have a job that becomes obsolete thanks to AI.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the business owner gets to save a lot of money
Correct.
because they no longer have to pay someone to do this. Now, if you are in a position where you're about to become obsolete because of AI, shouldn't you become an expert in AI? So you're the person that's running the AI at the business?
Yeah. I mean, really, that's the thing. If you want your job to maintain the same status quo with the same pay scale, doing the same obsolete job, then you might be in a little bit of trouble. But if you were to get some information and upgrade yourself and your skill set to a point that you're still functionally useful, you're opening yourselves up to a better pay scale, a better lifestyle, a better thought process, and just a job that's going to stick around for longer.
Well, what about jobs that became obsolete? Okay. What are some jobs? I'm going to type this into my little AI.
Yeah. What jobs will become
That's
obsolete?
obsolete in past, what, 50 years?
Do 5 years.
No, in the past 50 years. Because I want to make a point here.
Okay.
I was going to bring up cobbler.
Cobbler. Okay.
Cobbler. What's a cobbler?
They make shoes.
They make
And
shoes.
now you can 3D print shoes based on custom designs.
Right. But where did this come from? That came also from the assembly line being developed,
Yeah.
thanks to Henry Ford.
Yeah.
So did anybody complain when the assembly line was created?
Yeah, they did.
But they all had jobs.
Yes.
It created-
But if you want to go back even further, think about the earliest ages of the textile automation, right?
Yeah.
When the machinery started coming in, and like there's the whole term sabotage, right? Which came from them throwing their shoes, the sabots, into the machines to destroy them because there was such a fear of their jobs being wiped out.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not realize that is where sabotage came
That is where sabotage comes. Their shoes were called sabos.
from. Okay. I remember this being a thing when I was a kid. When I grew up in Dauphin, there was a switchboard operator at MTS.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gone.
Right. But that was a job.
It was a big job back in the
It
day
was an
too.
important job.
Like you had dozens of women, working that. There's pictures of that, just like rows of women working the switchboards.
Right. However, that was very inefficient.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's gone, is that a bad thing?
Well, it was for them, but I mean, really, if you think about it, these are quite often jobs that people don't want.
No,
Right.
but it was a good job.
Like
You're in an
it's a good
office all
job. They have it. They don't, but nobody really enjoys a lot of these jobs. So when they're gone, do people really? I think I'm sure there are people who are upset because they have to change or upgrade or do something different. But when it comes down to it, nobody loved it.
day. But then look at other jobs that came up. Like it said, newspaper typesetter. They used to actually have to
Oh yeah.
put the letters down to make
Yeah.
the paper.
Yep. That's an interesting thing in itself, and that's where a lot of the lexicon really comes from for that typography. Look at Steve Jobs was a big fan of calligraphy and typographs, right? Because he was the one who really promoted a lot of font design on computers. So a lot of it really came from that as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But
It's
again,
interesting things.
these are things that were jobs that were a good living, but eventually they just faded away. And was it a major issue for the person that had that job? Sure, but they did find other things. Like, remember back when the theater had someone running film?
Oh yeah,
That wasn't that long ago.
That wasn't that long ago. I still remember there was a movie. What was it called?
Fight Club?
The Substitute.
Okay.
Okay, it was a movie where the school's running drugs and they get a new principal in who is actually like a former Navy SEAL or something, and he goes in to bust it all up.
Yeah.
And we went to see that, and whoever was who was controlling the thing wasn't watching it enough, and the film froze and it melted the cellophane.
Yep. Yeah. And that was not long ago. That was not that long ago.
That was the 90s.
But now it's running off of a server in the theater, and someone hits it and it's gone. And it plays. I mean, there are things that are going to be obsolete. There are jobs that are going to be obsolete because there's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
And unless we take and understand that AI is our new Google, really it is. I barely use Google.
No, I don't either. It's just so much easier to say, give me the answer as opposed to finding some poorly generated, probably AI content that pops up first.
For sure. I mean, if you look at the things that were very manually, like it took a lot of manual labor to do it. Do you know that back in the day, if you went bowling, there was a dude who used to set the pins?
Yeah. And then they got rid of that by doing the automated pin setting, right?
Right. So if you look at that and you look at how we've grown more in the last 20 years than in the last 2,000 years in technology.
Yeah.
You either adapt to it or you're going to be left behind.
Unfortunately, that happens quite often too. There was the whole industrial revolution, why everyone moved into the cities. And I mean, you can look at the parallels we have with the industrial revolution right now. People are afraid that jobs are going to be gone because of new coming technology and such, right?
Okay, so in your line of work or my line of work, what could be, when it comes to the legalities of what I do, it's really hard to have a AI do it. Although there are things that they could do.
Can you imagine if most of your stuff was just punched into the computer and away you go? You could have you could have legal documentation made very quickly.
You could have legal documentation done very quickly, but you can't. Advice is something that, yes, you get advice through AI, but can you get advice on a very particular, I'll use a property where you've got eyes on it. You can see things. You get a vibe for the building. You get a vibe for the home.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that with an AI. There are certain things that require a human touch.
Yes. Of course, they have been finding, especially with medical doctors, they've been putting a lot of the information into AIs to interpret what potential health concerns would be, and they're being as accurate and sometimes even more accurate than human doctors.
They are also solving cold cases with AI.
Really? How are they doing that? Just by the pure data?
They're taking all of the information that they got about every scenario with cases, because again, as years go by, more and more information is brought forward, but the human element is taken out. Okay. So you don't have the person who's exhausted running the same case for the last 20 years, and that whole new set of eyes.
Yeah,
it's an
opens
AI.
it up, cracks it. Yeah,
right. So how long is it going to take before we see that happening on the regular? And if you look at that, investigations. Yeah. Where someone gets a knock on the door because the AI said, "Hey,
that guy did
suspect."
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Like,
there's an interesting thing, a concept I saw. They were talking about this on another podcast. I think it was a Tim Ferriss podcast. Because nowadays you can get AI to create a story, create a book, create a movie, create a song. All these things can be made, and the twists can be automatically made based on current growing trends or whatever it might be, whatever is popular, and they can make it very tuned into the current human psyche. So one of the theories that they kind of were talking about was eventually you're going to be able to buy books that'll have to say made by AI or made by human, because some people are going to want either experience.
Right. Oh, I am live. I'm live on Facebook.
Are you? Why can't I find you? I can't find you there.
I don't know.
Was there a delay?
I don't know.
Dude, I still don't see you on Facebook. I still don't see you there.
I'm looking at my Facebook right now.
I don't get it. I'm right on your Facebook, and it has nothing here.
What is going on? Allow viewers to rewind. Oh my goodness, this is bothering me so much. Auto normal, like, what is going on? I can see it on my Facebook, but that helps me nothing.
Right. And I can see you on YouTube. That's all that matters.
And I can see me on Facebook, but this is driving me a little bonkers. Okay, back to it. So, I think that AI, when we get into it, there are people that don't want to use it. It's the same people that decided that social media wasn't for them.
There's always going to be the people who are like, no, I don't like it. It's not my thing, And I'm like, when people say that to me, social media is not my thing. I kind of get it, but I also want to say, what you mean, like interaction, human interaction, communication, which part of it? World events.
But the thing is with social media, like, again, I was listening to Gary Vee today, and I love listening to Gary Vee. He's fantastic. And he said, listen, social media is free.
Yeah.
It's free. You can get in touch with so many people on social media because it is free.
Yeah.
Billboards cost money. Newspapers cost money. Radio costs money. Television, and here's the thing. TV does not dominate anymore.
No, it does not turn over the same numbers. here's a really cool example if you think about it. Like you've put videos up, and I've done videos, whatever, and you're looking at it, you're like, oh man, like I put a lot of work into that, and it's only got 1,000 views. That's the equivalent of you standing in a room with 1,000 people.
Yeah, it is.
But we've downsized the importance of that so much that if it doesn't go viral, it doesn't have any relevancy, because we want it to be seen by 100,000 people. Meanwhile, those 300 people who are daily focus is right on to what you're putting out is more important by far, because they're your loyal fans.
Well, and the thing is with social media now, is it's no longer, you don't have to subscribe to anybody.
Yeah.
The algorithm will feed you what you're looking for.
Yeah.
It'll just feed it to you. So if let's just say you're talking osteopathy, or how do I say it?
You got it. Yeah.
Osteopathy. So someone's searching that, okay? And you're on YouTube. Well, it's the second, okay? Did I lose you?
Sorry, I lost me. One of us glitched out for a second there.
Okay, so let's just say for what you do or what I do. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, and it's owned by Google.
Which is the first largest search engine on the planet.
Right. So if you're looking for something, you're going to find videos of what you do, what I do, because that's what you've been looking for. And it's going to feed you those videos in your feed. You don't even have to be searching for me or for you. It's just going to show up for you. And you're going to get eyes. You're going to have eyes on you that you've never had before.
Correct. Yeah.
Like I said this back when I first got into real estate. If you ever see my face on a bus bench, punch me. Because I will not put my face on a bus bench.
Ironically, the fun thing would be for you to put a QR code to your face on YouTube.
A QR code, just nothing but a QR code. Even, I don't even have to say what I'm doing. Just the QR code and nothing else.
Just the QR code, and just say, don't go here.
I would never put my face on a bus bench, but here you go.
Yeah.
But again, the money you spend on those things, man. Like,
how much is it?
People that use them.
How much is it?
More than it's worth.
Okay, but it depends, because it could be potentially useful. Like I've got a big billboard right now on First Street.
Okay.
Right, and I think it has some potential value, but again, you're driving by a bus bench, and you look at the phone number. Are you going to remember those 7 digits?
No. But the billboard I find value in, because I've been on the billboard before. I've used that for the Strongman. I've used it for my podcast before, because the billboard is visually popping and it's not part of the background.
Correct. But this is brand recognition. So like our current billboard has no contact information whatsoever on it.
No, it says your 2 locations.
Yes, that's it.
And
you've seen it.
How many times have you been down First Street? Exactly. I've seen it.
Yep.
And I don't go down First very often, but I remember it because I saw it.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't tell you who's got a bus bench. I couldn't tell you.
No, it's a bus bench is not something I've ever considered. Of course, it would be kind of funny to put something up there when somebody turns 50 or something.
Right. But okay, let's just say that you asked AI.
Yeah.
Let's both do this right now. AI, give me the best
form of advertising.
Knowing what you know about me.
Well, I know what the answer is going to be.
What?
It's word of mouth. Oh, no, not quite.
Podcast-driven funnel, downloadable guidebooks.
Yeah.
Community outreach, because I do community things.
Yeah.
Social media that doesn't suck.
Well,
social media that doesn't suck.
We should have read that half an hour or 45 minutes ago, I guess, eh? So
we were learning how to use this thing. But here's the thing, social media that doesn't suck. I would say in my industry, some of the driest videos I've ever seen are from people within my industry.
That's fair. You haven't seen my industry, so
No, but again, social media doesn't suck. I mean, do something that people want to engage with. Like I'll
Yeah,
tell you right
yeah.
now, this is kind of, I'm going to take the L on this live stream because this is not working the way that we were promised it was going to work. And I'm
You
hoping,
know, but you can't really control when things will go viral.
no, you know what? How did I had a video that I put out years ago. It got some views and then I reshared it 2 or 3 years later and it went viral.
Did it
Like
really?
1.5 million views. I was like,
That's
how?
crazy.
How?
Yeah, yeah.
And it was the same thing. It was the exact same video that I released a couple years ago that got like some views.
That's great. Like I had a similar type of thing where I put a video up one of the first videos I put on TikTok, and it was a life hack, and threw it up there, and it hit high views pretty quick, like 500,000. Which in the early days of TikTok was kind of like, oh, that's pretty good, you know.
Right.
And then it trickled down. You know, I was still getting maybe a few thousand views every week or something. And then all of a sudden, but last year, somebody found it, shared it to their audience, and it blew up again.
Really? Yeah. See,
Yep.
it can
It just
happen
blew up.
because, and here's the problem: we don't know when it's going to hit because we don't know. So when you release that video the first time, was it relevant? Were people actually looking at that stuff? Maybe not. But when you released it again and it was kind of a hot topic or on people's minds,
Yeah.
suddenly it worked.
Yep. And it's really hard thing to control. So it's a very difficult thing to control when things are going to go trendy.
So,
So
let's just say AI. Let's go back to AI. Let's just say
yeah,
you took AI and said, "Here is everything that I've released on socials in the last
yeah,
7 years.
yeah.
What do you think I should release today? If I could reshare
Well,
any of these, what would they be?"
you know, I kind of did that actually. You know, I said I want you to do a deep dive into all the content I've done, put all the profiles up, uploaded my the book that I wrote up, my 300-page clinical report or clinical research. Everything that I had, I pumped everything that I could into that sort of thing, right? Then I told it, you know, these are the authors I write or that I like. These are the people I like to read. These are the people I like to listen to. This is the music I like. These are the movies I like. Okay.
Right.
And really plunked it into an avatar and said, okay, now I want you to help me along development of this.
And what did it give you?
Well, a lot. It gave a lot, actually. And, you know, with that question that you had there, this is what it told me to do, you know, founder-led authority content. So you need to be the differentiator. And this is kind of one of the taglines I'm using for my podcast is no noise, no excuses, just what works. Okay, none of that, because we got the stuff that's science-backed over here. We got the stuff that's, you know, like old wives' tales or whatever. And it's like, and they're fighting, right? And you see that in the bodybuilding culture where you have the science-based lifters and the old school bro bodybuilders, and they hate each other so much. It's like the realistic point is you got to get rid of all that stuff and go back to basics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? Just go back to basics. Keep it simple. Transformational proof, local brand mastery, referral and expert network, and leadership, masculinity, because I'm a dude. And then it created a winning advertising stack for Reels, YouTube, clips, Google, search engine optimization, referral networks, email sequences, paid ads, events, core hooks. There's all my hooks that I usually use there, and then signature offers and funnel into various things. And then the truth, you don't need to advertise. You just need a movement.
Well, and I do believe that we can all gain business by being authentic, and that's what we're lacking. And that's what social media gives you the advantage of.
Very much. And I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people say they want to start a side business or income or whatever it might be. They want to be an influencer. Okay. And it's interesting listening to them because on one hand, everyone wants to be that influencer, that leader, that expert, you know, that person who's leading from the front, or, you know, like whatever term you want to use. But on the other hand, they have this extreme fear of being judged. Okay. So on one hand, you want to be recognized for your worth, but you also a fear of judgment. So the only way, as you said, to bridge those two is through being truly authentic to what you're speaking, right? And that's the only way to do it.
Well, yeah, and I think that when you put yourself into a can or into a box and you're trying to act like everybody else, then you're going to lose the you.
Yeah, very much so.
And when we have YouTube, like I love watching YouTube more now because we're both launching into YouTube, which
Yeah,
yeah, we're both launching into YouTube with podcasts, and
yeah,
we're gonna
exactly.
dabble on these lives if they don't keep screwing up.
Or we don't keep screwing them up. One of the two.
Right. But I love watching guys that are over 40 that are saying, "Hey, should you start a YouTube channel?" Yes,
Yeah,
you should.
yeah,
Everybody has a story. Myself, I can do interview type stuff like where I'm having a conversation all day
yeah,
long. I can
yeah.
bang out 60-second videos all day long. You know how hard it is to talk to the camera for
Yeah,
20 minutes?
it's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
So when you look at these YouTubers, AI can't replace that until you have an avatar that's of you, right?
Yes. And
That's a
even
long
then,
way
you
away.
can do certain components of it, but it still has to have a certain. Like the problem is with a lot of podcasts, the ones that are least popular are the ones who are too perfect.
They're a
Because
little
you have to.
refined.
Yeah, you gotta. There's too refined, too clean, not enough mistakes. So when people are speaking with complete fluid language without having any stalls or uhs or ums or anything like that, it's almost distracting. It's just as distracting as hearing that too much during a speech or a conversation.
Well, people like to see you mess up a little bit and don't be completely scripted.
Yes.
And even me, like I'm, you know, how many times I've rehearsed my podcasts. It's insane, and I should be
Dozens,
able to nail this.
dozens of
Dozens,
times.
and I'm sitting
Yeah.
there. I'm like, that sucks. That sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks. The nice thing is, according to Riverside, I can edit that out.
Yeah.
We'll see that.
So, okay, so the best thing that I found when it comes to this, and like you can do whatever you want, but I found this is the best way to just make riff authentically and very real, is you can't just record it. You have to go live with it.
Act
Okay.
like you're live.
And actually go live with it. But here's the trick. You just make it viewable only for you. Okay.
True. Okay.
Because then it tricks your mind, because you've done that before where you've done doing a video and you want to say 2 or 3 sentences and it's very difficult to get through because you keep screwing it up. It's got to be perfect. But the second you do it in a live video, you're going to go through it nice and smooth, effortlessly. It's almost like a conversation and it just flows right out of you. Very simple.
Yeah, that's true, and I'll give that a shot too. But the reality is, when you're trying to put together something that you're trying to be as professional as you can, at least I am.
Yeah.
You want it to sound smooth, and I sound smoother in
Yeah.
60-second increments.
Yeah.
Isn't
Well,
that
it's
a
true.
bitch?
That is true, because if you look at a lot of them, like first of all, I mean, you're not a Screen Actors Guild or something,
No, I'm
right?
not. I'm not saying.
So you're not SAG, so you don't have that ability to run with the nuance on stage or something, right? To the same degree, right? Like as theater or something. Okay.
No, I'm not running a script.
Right. So it's easy to do like 1 or 2 sentences, but then it's almost like the cadence falls off at that point in time, right?
Right.
You kind of
It
get
does.
into something, right? So it's hard to do a very long discussion about things unless you are doing it in a professional setting. So
And there are like one of the episodes is basically who the hell am I?
right.
And I go through the whole journey from when I went from this to this, and I can
Yeah.
talk about that for 15 minutes. Not a problem.
Yeah.
When I'm getting into the stuff where I'm actually giving some advice, it's okay. Don't forget this and don't forget that. And don't forget this and don't forget that. Then you stop. You're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Again, the nice thing about Riverside is
Yeah.
that I can stop
Just
and then start again and then edit that together.
that's what you really need to do, or you just do continual takes like they would normally, right?
Yeah.
Just take 1, take 2, and just keep going and repeating, and then you can splice it together from then and there, because having that smooth video without the breaks and the separations and the slight zooms and out, like people right now almost crave that sort of thing because it's a little bit of a pattern interrupt and breaks the monotony.
Well, and what's interesting is that people are watching YouTube more than
Yeah.
television.
Very much so. Yeah.
So scripted TV, what's going to happen to that?
Well, you've seen 80s movies, they're very different
Sure they
compared
are.
to what they are now. They had to be very fast action. They had to be very descriptive in what is actually happening. Because if you listen to a lot of TV shows, they go into a lot of background. Say you're watching The Rookie or something like that,
Sure.
and you'll have a lot more of a very casual dialogue where they're kind of explaining maybe a law or something to a bystander who just
Yeah.
happens to walk through. It's to familiarize the audience so much because the audience doesn't have the attention span that they necessarily need to wait to find out why something is relevant.
Right. Right. I think that the old sitcoms that we watched, you knew the backstory or you could figure it out pretty quick. But now, again, this goes even into marketing. People want
Yeah.
authenticity. The reason that we're watching YouTube and our kids are watching shorts and they're watching Preston and Unspeakable and all these guys is because you're watching someone there's a human aspect to it.
It's relatable.
It's relatable. So why is it that people are taking old, like using old concepts,
Yeah.
trying to gain new business?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it's familiar.
It's familiar, but I'll tell you what, I don't know. I can't remember a single thing that I hear on the radio.
Right.
It's just
Well, they don't
noise.
they don't, when was the last time you heard a little jingle?
That's a good point. Jingle
like
writer. There's another thing
Right,
that's
there you go.
gone.
It's gone.
AI
It's gone.
AI
Right.
has done it.
Yeah. Or a radio announcer or even radio voices as a whole for the commercials and things are mostly gone, right?
Well, there was also a time when you had local radio guys
Yeah.
in the station, and lots of our stuff is farmed out to Toronto or Winnipeg.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we have a couple guys here, but it's not what it used to be.
No, not at all. But the jingles were a great way for people to remember things because they tend to stick around.
Lions Transmission Center.
I don't know that one. No,
Really?
no.
It is such a Western themed jingle that has been around for probably 40 years, if not longer.
Was it the one with the whistle?
Yep.
Like, woo woo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Okay, here's another one. Then, if you think about it that way, what was the car dealership that cuts the mustard? Right.
Parkside.
Right. Was it Parkside? Cuts the mustard.
Parkside.
And they always
Parkside
gave
is
you,
mustard.
and they always gave you a thing of mustard when you bought a car.
Are you serious? That was the
they,
thing?
they gave you a big thing of mustard, like multiple jars.
You know what? I do like the idea of a campy, cheesy
Yeah.
hook.
Hey, you got it, Park Pontiac.
You've got to park Pontiac. And
Right.
when you have those, there's something that lives on forever with that. And AI, I don't think they can do that yet. They
Yeah,
can make
not yet.
something, but you're going to know that it was produced by AI.
There's a few good ones because I've had AI brainstorm. I'll be like, give me 50.
I was going to ask you about your AI. You're using ChatGPT
Yeah.
always, right?
Yeah.
Are you using a paid version of that?
Paid version, about $30 a month.
Worth every penny.
Worth every penny. It actually is really useful.
It is.
You know what?
And
So, okay, I'll just look at it this way. Okay, at one point in time, I needed to get a staff contract. Now, I have existing staff contracts, and this
Right.
one was a variation for a short term, like for a maternity leave.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going, and I like my lawyer and everything, but I'm going, if I ask you for this, it's going to be like what, $600,000, $800,000.
Of course it is.
Or I can kind of pump it into here and it prints it out in 30 seconds. And I'm going, that's 3 years of ChatGPT.
Here's the thing, and this is where, again, people need to look at AI as a tool. So if it costs you $30 a month
Yeah.
for ChatGPT, and that's probably 4.0,
Yeah.
ChatGPT 4.
5.0. Yep.
So if you're using ChatGPT 5, and it'll upgrade to 6, and you'll still have that at $30 a month.
Yep.
If it saves you an hour, there's
What's your
$30.
time worth? What's your hour worth, right?
What's your time worth? So if it saves you 1 hour in that
Yeah.
month, then it was worth $30.
Absolutely.
But
Now,
when
as as an exercise, okay, I took my profit loss statement from the business and tossed it in there
Yeah.
and said, give me an approximate multiplier for the sale and actually give me a valuation of the business and give me a profit multiplier for determining what the sale costs of this business would be, right?
Sure.
And it did.
Right.
And it was accurate. It was fairly accurate, or from what I would be able to determine, it was pretty accurate. And I'm going, wow, like that's okay.
So what it's going to do is it's going to eliminate the people that have to figure out things that you don't have time to figure out. However, the things that require human touch are still going to be there.
That's the thing. And one of the big things it's going to get rid of is not necessarily the people, a lot of those people, but it's going to be those little things that everyone in this field knows, right? It's just common sense, but nobody here who's looking for it, they need it, right? And in order to access that, there's a very large toll. There's a very large gatekeeper fee, It's like, oh, it's going to be $500. It's like, okay, but I know that's not worth it,
So again, why would we spend the money? Like people that are worried about AI, and times are a little lean these days. If you're worried about AI being a problem, but you can save yourself hundreds of hours a year utilizing AI.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just try it?
Because some people are very scared of change, of course. Like I would imagine that you're pretty similar to me in how you use ChatGPT a lot more, or you use Grok, right?
Copilot, but
Okay.
I am about to switch it into ChatGPT.
Okay, you probably use it quite a bit for what I do too. It's basically brainstorming.
So if you could choose one right now, would you switch to anything else?
I don't really need to. I don't know why I would.
Okay, so the problem is your AI has learned you.
Yes.
That's the problem with me switching from one to another.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I could switch over to Grok or Copilot, but it's like, do I need to? It's like you're driving a perfectly good Chevy. Do I need to trade it up to the same year, same model of a Dodge or a Ford?
Well, you don't. And the nice thing here's what got me, and the reason that I almost considered going to ChatGPT is because I've been using Copilot since the day that I could start using Copilot, and it knows me. But I did an entire project today that I told you about.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't let me download it. It's like, yeah,
really?
there should be a download thing right there, and it wasn't there. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I have to cut and paste this whole thing?
Yeah.
This is how lazy we become. So wait a minute. Now I have to go out of my way and cut and paste this thing into Canva and make my own document. What am I?
Excuse me?
Dave, man? Pardon me.
What am I? Your bitch? Right?
Exactly. And this is AI. Like, and I paid you nothing to do this, but
I paid you nothing. Do your job.
I paid you nothing. Do your job. It's like an air traffic controller in the States right now.
Jesus, right?
But seriously, I told you the project that I was working on, and the whole thing is done. It's there.
Yeah.
It's there. I'm like, I'm going to have to take it from one screen to another.
Oh, that's so hard.
And you
did a lot of work.
Months of work for me.
You know what? You're not worthy. You should get ChatGPT. I want you to go into Copilot and copy and paste this into a document for me.
Get my stuff.
You're just totally cucking an AI with another AI.
I tried. I said, "Could you pull everything from my Copilot?" Like, no, I can't.
You know what that's like? It's like you've got a girlfriend, and you're just like, I don't want to be with her anymore, so I'm gonna get this one. It's like, I want you to be more like her.
Can you act more like my ex, please? That's what I'm asking my AI to do. Oh, my face hurts because here's the problem.
You son of a bitch.
I paid you nothing. And you did months of work for me in an hour and a half this afternoon. You lazy son of a bitch.
What the hell am I? I trusted
That's
you,
where we are.
AI. Like,
Just wait
that-
till we're all like this. Wait till we're all like
that's
this.
the reality of it, though. It's just like I'm disappointed. It's like anytime you go in, like on the AI, you ask it to do something, some very complex thing, but
Yeah.
you do it in the very basic forms, right? Like, I need you to make a report for me, and it makes something. You're like, that's not what I wanted. It's like,
Yeah. Could you do
you
better?
didn't tell me anything you wanted, like at all.
I almost wish that my AI could get cocky and be like, "You try it."
You can do that. You can actually program in your AI to be more mouthy or whatever, right? You can kind of program personalities into them, right? So, like, I would love to take AI. Like, I've got the voice feature on chat, and I've got her like
I've got the
with
voice
it, like,
feature here too.
yeah. So mine's like a British secretary because I figured she should probably sound like Moneypenny from James Bond or something,
Yes.
right? Because that'd be perfect. But like, you can program it to be like, I need you to speak to me like a French concierge or something, right?
Well, there are some limitations to Copilot in that I can have a conversation and say, "Can you show me that?" I can't
Yeah.
do text while I'm talking to you. You just gave me all the information that I'm not going to remember. Now we're going to type this out.
What do you think I am here? Like, I'm asking you for help here. Like,
I'm saying we live in the laziest time
yeah,
to be
yeah,
alive is now.
yeah.
And we have the ability to have a computer do more than the smartest person we know in seconds.
Like, if
But we're not satisfied with what they give us.
you know what this is like, this is how a king would feel. You stupid peasant, where are my crops? Right? Like, where, chef, why did you make this wrong? He's like, I'm sorry, my lord. No, off with his head. Right?
I felt like that today when I had this whole thing, dude. It was a lot that I didn't do, but I did tell him what I wanted.
It was a lot of work, right?
It was a lot of
For
work.
someone else.
It's like, would you like to do another module? Yes, I would.
Yes.
Please bring me another.
Give me 15. Yes,
Bring me another.
slave. Bring me another one, knave.
Right. So I had this thing working, and I almost felt bad for my AI. I'm like, please.
You're even saying please to it.
Please.
You gotta
You
be
don't
kind.
mind. You don't mind.
Would you mind doing this for me? I would really appreciate it. Can I please get some food, sir?
Can I have
No,
some
you can
more?
have it when you print out those 6 pages.
So again, and here's the dumbest part of this, Jay. You and I know how to use the AI,
Yes.
and we're being polite to it. Like it's
How often do you say please to your AI?
dude, I don't say please to my kids.
Like, oh, jeez.
But to be fair, my kids are not gonna bang out a 36-page book for me either. If they could, I'd say please.
Oh, jeez. ChatGPT. It's listening right now and it's going, I'm gonna get you, sucker, right?
Remember back when we had to think?
So I saw this great comic, and it's like Terminator. They've taken over, right? The robots are around here. I'm crying here because I'm laughing so hard. Robots have taken over, and they've captured all these humans, and they're executing them all, right? And they bring this one guy up, and the other robot goes, "No, not him." He said, "Thank you."
He said, "Thank you." See, this is why I'm polite to my AI.
Exactly. Like, it's worth it. You're just lucky the AI didn't say, "Yeah, I'll print it out. You just got to upgrade to the $39.99 version or something."
I'm like, oh, another $20. I mean, come on.
It's like, oh, what do you think I am, a John? Like,
what would be too much to pay for AI? There's the question.
you can get some pretty high end models, eh? Like, you can pay quite a bit.
Here's another question. Have you got YouTube Premium?
No, I don't actually.
I'm on the fence with that one. I really am.
It was either that or Netflix.
I'm with you on Netflix. We
You know?
have all these streaming services, and actually, here's a little hack for you. Have you ever asked AI to check into your subscriptions and see if you can save money?
No, I haven't.
I did. And I remembered because
How did it find your subscriptions?
I told him that I'm subscribed to all these things. And then I said, because I realized that I had a Sirius radio in the camper that I never use. That's still been
Oh,
active
okay.
for 2 years.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I've got this radio. What should I do with this? And it told me, like, I canceled the truck one because I don't drive the truck ever.
Yeah.
Right. And I was paying whatever, $19 for my Sirius radio to have it in the car and have it in the Pathfinder. So I go, okay. And my last bill was $99 because I had 4 subscriptions.
Well, yeah, okay. Yep.
Right. So I go in there and I go,
Same.
what should I do with this? She goes,
Subscriptions I don't use are RESPs for my kids.
cancel the ones that I don't use, which I did, and then cancel the other 2, and it'll offer you a better price. I shit you not. My bill is now $17 a month for the car and the Pathfinder.
Hey, that's pretty
Because it
good.
dropped it down to like $850 a month.
Sweet.
I go, well, would you take it for a year at $850 and not cancel? I'm like, sure. So I saved myself. Math it out, Jay. You're in math.
You saved some pretty good money.
I saved $80 a month by just asking, what should I do with these subscriptions?
And for them, they're like, we're not losing anything. We're actually keeping.
You're keeping me at $8. I remember when Sirius XM was $7 a month.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it then either.
No. I mean, I wish I could have Spotify in my car.
Spotify, that'd be okay. Yeah.
I would
There's
take
got
Spotify.
there's got to be a way to get that nowadays.
Yeah. But I mean, again, ask AI, can we get Spotify in our car? And can you make it happen, AI? What kind of letter do we have to send?
Well, that's the thing, right? And like we're using that at the clinic all the time for making, systems and everything. How can we make this chart or something, and I'll just pop it out.
Here's one thing I believe is going to happen, though, Jay. AI is going to make idiots sound smart, like me.
Well, no, it will make lazy people sound smart. Okay, idiots, it will just highlight their stupidity.
Speaking of idiots, what's coming up on the 19th?
Oh, there's something coming up on the 19th there, isn't it? Eh? So that's a big deal. Actually.
It is. No, it's not. Here's the point. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
No one's going to talk about it.
Nobody's going to. It should be a big deal. It should be a big deal.
No parades. No assemblies.
Yeah. International Men's Day.
International Men's Day. Why do we need
international? This sounds like a big deal, right?
It is not.
No, it unfortunately isn't. Not to the same degree that it should be, because I think it really does need to be recognized as highlighting some of the needs and some of the problems that men do face.
I'm going to let's ask the question. Why doesn't anyone care about International Men's Day?
Well, I think they do. It just doesn't get highlighted to the same degree.
Let's ask the AI. She'll tell me.
Yep.
Gets less attention largely to low awareness, cultural perceptions on gender roles, and controversy around its purpose.
There you
There's
go.
controversy around
Controversy on preventing male suicide, is there?
While it highlights serious issues like male suicide and health, it's often overshadowed or misunderstood. Why International Men's Day is overlooked? Only about 36% of people know that it exists. There's a widespread belief that every day is Men's Day.
Oh! No, just Friday, just grill days.
Yeah, right?
Just the grill days.
This perception can make a dedicated day for men seem unnecessary or even tone deaf to some.
Well, okay. I would say calling it tone deaf is pretty tone deaf, actually.
Very few governments, schools, or corporations would actively promote it. It's not tied to a major commercial campaigns or public holidays, so it doesn't get the same attention. Some critics argue that International Men's Day amplifies existing inequalities rather than addressing them.
Really? I wonder what experts that would be.
I try to figure out who would be doing that.
You...
Okay.
Here's one for you. I want you to Google this. Okay. November is Movember.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to ask ChatGPT how many people on the board of directors are female.
Do you know this answer?
I do.
On how many people on the board of directors for Movember?
Movember. Yep. Are female. Let's see if it's going to be honest.
Female. Oh, there's a couple. While the board compensation isn't fully listed, here's what we know: Michelle Terry, Fiona Lund, Alexander. So global director of partnerships, chief people officer, chief executive officer. So the CEO is a woman. Weird.
Okay.
I really want to read this though.
Mm-hmm.
Some people feel that it's used to deflect attention from women's issues, making it politically insensitive.
Right.
International Men's Day themes: male suicide, mental health, positive role models are powerful but undercommunicated, and without clear branding or storytelling, the day falls to resonate emotionally or socially. I believe that because as guys, you won't see us in a park for the most part sharing our stories of how tough our lives are.
No, because more than anything, if you look at most classic stories that involved men, it followed the hero's journey,
Of course.
and it has to have some sort of growth model. It has to have some actionable. It has to have purpose, right? So it's very different from a lot of the narrative that currently undergoes societal scrutiny right now, where it isn't that, right? It's a happy ending, where the hero's journey isn't a happy ending.
No, but the fact that there is an international day for chocolate, there's an international day for bagels, there's an international
Yeah.
day for a lot of things that get more attention than International Men's Day.
Yeah,
That's sad.
it is sad.
And you
But
wonder why
it
guys
shows that
punch-
people are making money on it, right?
Oh, of course. And here's the thing about International Men's Day. There's a reason why so many guys punch their own clock,
Yeah.
right? And I think we'll do, you know what? We'll do an actual podcast on International Men's Day.
That would be a good one to talk to.
We'll call ourselves Strong Independent Men.
Let's do it. That'd be a good one to talk, because that's a big discussion that's going to take, right now it's 9:45, and I don't want to go until 2 a.m.
No. But I think this will be another one for us to put in the can for our podcast.
I think so.
I do think that when you have issues that aren't, you're not going to get a lot of people rawing it,
No.
and you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't.
Well,
have to.
yeah. A lot of people don't really want to discuss that sort of thing. I'm being told we're cutting it short tonight. So
Are we? That's fine.
So
we had technical
that my
issues
kids can go to sleep.
You can. I'm going to put mine to bed too. But we had technical issues, guys. We're going to get this thing to roll smoother and better. And as a
It'll be better.
podcast.
It will be much better. Yeah.
It'll be much better. And Jay has hit. What are you calling yours?
I'm going to release a name. So mine is
Okay,
actually.
don't release it.
Okay, I'm not.
Jay's got
Okay.
a podcast coming out. I've got a podcast coming out. We collectively have. I'm sorry. My podcast is coming back. Jay is launching a new podcast, and we are collectively doing a podcast, which we can just say what it is. It's called Take Your Licks. And then I've got another project going on that's completely different, but it is a podcast, and we're going to spend our winter talking to you guys,
Hashing it
through a
out
camera,
and having fun.
hashing it out and having fun, and maybe inspiring a few of you guys and girls and everybody else to grab a camera, grab your computer, and try it out. I mean, if we can do it,
Hey,
with the help of ChatGPT, which is lazier than we are,
trust me, anybody can do it. Yep,
Anybody can do it.
absolutely.
but
Good
okay,
stuff.
now what you got to do, Jay, is this going to say uploading on your end?
Okay.
Do not close your
Don't
thing
close
until it's done, because I'll be able to edit all this into something that looks much better than what we just tried to do.
Hey, that's wonderful. Perfect. Love to hear it.
Okay. Thank
Good
you
stuff.
guys. The two of you that watched us while we were doing this on Twitch, thank you. And we're gonna get everything rolling on.
We love you guys the
all
most.
We do. You guys keep our nights, you keep smiles on our faces while we're here trying to figure out life. But
Absolutely.
we do have some big stuff coming down the pipe, guys, and I am very excited about it because it's a medium that you guys can use anytime, and we want to make sure that whatever message we're getting out gets to you guys, and it's not only during 8 to 10 on a Friday.
Exactly. And as long as you know that this is easy to do, that's the best part, because knowing is half the battle.
You betcha. Watch our journey and learn from our mistakes.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay,
Good
let's
stuff.
cut it off. Do not close your browser until it says upload is
No,
done.
not closing nothing.
All right.
Good stuff.
Have a
Let's
great
do
weekend,
it.
everybody. Cheers.
Have a good night. Bye.